Yes. There we go. We should have sound now. Do we have sound, people? Do we have sound? Let me call my friend and find out. He's very helpful here. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Do we have sound? Hello, hello. It should have sound now. Yes, if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have fixed it. So, yes, this is a drum kit that I bought. And it's so you'll get to see what it is. It's when you hit them, it turns it plays MIDI. So it does make sounds, but it plays the drums that I have on my computer that I paid like a lot of money for. It allows me to put drums, actually drum the drum sounds. So you're going to get to see me set it up. All right, so I'm going to go back to the video. All right, thanks for the heads up on that. I would have gone on for an hour or so without any sound. So very good. Thank you. All righty. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go. So these are the drumsticks. The drumsticks, these are on stage. I am Rex Red, and this is a live broadcast with on Check This Out TV, one of my channels. And so these are pretty cool. I think they will do well. It's been a long time since I have played the drums. So, All right, so these are the drumsticks. They were about $3. And so, all right. So you got to have some drumsticks. And, okay, so here we go. Now, we're going to open up. This is the Turbo Mesh drum kit. And it is really heavy, but I will try to hold it up so you can read what's on the box. Okay, we're going to start here. And you will have to, since we are in 4K, you should be able to pause this and maybe read what's on the box. Okay, so there's one side of the box. This seems like the most important part of the box, including my, here's another side, and it's got speakers, and it's got a brain. I guess they call that the brain, the drum, realistic drum module. They call that the brain. And that's over here, the realistic drum module, and the custom foot pedals. I couldn't get the really nice one. I had to settle for this one. But it would have been another $100 for that one. And that's pretty much it. I don't see anything major on the box otherwise. Okay. So this is it. We're going to open the box and see what's inside. There's going to be a drum set. And the drum kit's going to go right here in my studio behind my chair. So, okay. All kinds of, all right. So all kinds of little boxes, which is kind of what I would have expected here. So a whole bunch of little boxes, and module headphones, and I didn't know it came with headphones. I don't think it does, but let's see. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be a big plus, even though I have headphones. It'd be nice to have another set. They're probably like earbuds, if anything. Okay, so here we go. The module. This is the brain. Okay, they call it the brain, but they're also calling it the module. And remove before use. So we'll take that off, okay? That's the module, the brain here. And you use that to switch the drum kit, but it would also probably be something to switch so that it's using to turn it on and off. And you have a volume. That's nice to always have a volume. It's like, turn it down. We have, that's for your headphones right there. And we got auxiliary in, so you could plug your phone into it and play music into it. That's this one. Headphones, this one is auxiliary in. And then we have right and left mono output. And those are 1/4-inch jacks, TSRs, I think they're called. And then we have a power supply here, and then USB, and that's the big one. That will go right into my computer, right there. This USB connection right here, and that will allow me to play the sounds, the MIDI sounds that are in my computer, okay, which I have spent a lot of money to own. So they're far superior to now. It says headphones on here, but there are no headphones in here. If I open this, pull this out and all, yeah, no headphones. So I assume that this is for, that they're saying headphones here. Oh, there's no check on it, okay? No X in the box. And that's because they probably come with the higher end models. So let's get this box out of here so I'm not stepping over boxes. And this would be good. Trip and fall over this is just a piece of styrofoam. Okay, nothing special about that. It's to help pack stuff in. Okay, and so now we have pedals. This is your drum pedal, okay? And so this is this just has let's see what we've got here. We're going to open these up now and show you what this looks like. That is another piece of styrofoam, just in case you're curious. Now these pedals, my first impression of them is they're a lot bigger than what I thought they were going to be. I thought these pedals were going to be, I thought they were going to be tiny and kind of flimsy. They don't, this is made of metal right here. It's heavy duty metal. This little corner piece is made of metal. And then it just pushes down onto some kind of connection here. And I hope they're rugged, but I'm sure if they wear out. Now it has a 1/4-inch TSR, I think it is again, plug that would go out of here and into the brain. Okay, and this is going to have a ton of wires. Okay, so there are two of these. One is for the hi-hat, and the other is for the bass drum. Okay, so there are no actual drums with this. This is called a mesh kit, and you'll see what I mean by that. So two really nice pedals. They feel like they're going to sit and kind of stay where they're supposed to stay. You can see they have a spring inside. That looks pretty cool. Now, you have a couple screws here, and I think if you were to take these screws off, you could open this up, get at the spring, and if the spring seems to lose its tension, its springiness, you could probably just easily take this apart and take the spring out and kind of give it a pull and pull the spring apart and then put it back together and you're ready to go. So that looks good. This looks like a pretty rugged design, okay? So it's, I kind of wish it was a little heavier, but it's not that bad. And this is Velcro right here. So when I put this on my rug, it's not going to move at all. It's Velcro on the front and the back of here. So wherever I set this thing, it's not going to move because my rug is going to just think that's Velcro and that's going to grab right into my rug and it's not going to move at all. Not even an inch, not even a tiny bit. So that is nice. Okay, so I'm going to get this box out of here and this box out of here. That is our pedal box and the gigantic box for the, I'm boxed in, I'm all boxed in. Okay, so what's next? Let's take out a drum pad now. This is the interesting. I've never done this before. I've never had a drum kit like this. I've never had MIDI drums. A friend of mine once had, now this is the drum. A friend of mine once had a little like drum. Look at that. See, you hit this mesh here and now they have, okay, that's this little piece here. That I assume hooks to some kind of metal framing. So this is the drum and you hit this mesh very lightly here. It's the first time I've ever played on one of these, and it triggers a MIDI. It triggers a MIDI signal, okay, that says note on when you hit it, and when you lift up, it says note off. So if I hit it really quick or several times with both sticks, you can't. It only has one. It can only hit once at a time. So if I hit it with two sticks, like da 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 kind of thing with it, it can only measure them one after another because it doesn't have two different triggers. It only has one. Okay, so what I could do is use two different pads and then combine them and send them both to the same sound. Okay, but this feels pretty good. It feels, you know, I've heard about these things wearing out. When they do, it looks like what you, okay, these are little screws here. I'm hoping that they probably gave us a hex little wrench. Okay, you can tighten this. It looks like just that little bit of, every time I hit it, it's creating a little bit of a, I hope they don't wear out. So that's a good reason to not keep just pounding on these. So like that until they actually get used. Now it looks like there's something kind of sticking up through here a little bit. There's something under that. I don't know what it is, but it's sticking up. I can feel it on the other side. Maybe that's what is the sensor that senses that it's been hit. I don't know. Now it's supposed to know how hard I hit it also. I believe, yes, these have a sensitivity. So it knows if I hit it lightly or heavily or hard. Okay, so they're supposed to be able to take a beating. Okay, so literally a beating. Okay, here is another drum. So we're going to take out all the drums. Okay, that's pretty much the same thing. Okay, and these also have a the 1/4-inch TSR, I think they're called. I keep forgetting what the name. I always just call them 1/4-inch phone plugs or whatever. So, instrument plugs. But this is they have a name. All right. So there's another drum. Okay, and let's take the drum pads out. Okay, this one probably has 2 drum pads in it. I would assume, maybe 3. Yeah, this one has, they're 2 of the same. I think they're all the same size. That would make it a lot easier for me. I don't see any kind of demarcation here that designates. Yeah, this one, it feels like, yeah, there's a little bump here too. I think that's the sensor that tells you where. And so also it has this kind of screw here that is going to, this will connect to, somehow there's a little, you can see this, a little hole. So I assume something goes through this and then it tightens down on it. It's going to be a little metal piece that's going to hold it in place like. So that's another drum. And this makes 4 drums. There's 7 altogether. But I believe it's actually, this is the other one. Okay, this, so that's 4. And so I don't know that, I don't think the cymbals, even though they are part of the 7, they count them as part of the 7. But cymbals are not really drums. But they say it's a 7 drum. Okay, now this is interesting. Now, here is the cymbal. And I don't know if the cymbals, they know how hard you hit them. Okay, I would think they would. Okay, so it would be nice. I've never used it, so I will know as soon as I hit one of these and look at my computer. My computer will tell me I have to hit it a couple of times, but each time I hit it, it should register a different in velocity if these are velocity sensitive. And obviously something just goes up through the bottom here, and then there's probably a wing nut that ties it on and sets it in place. So yeah, so there are 3 cymbals. Yes. This is number 2, and they are the same size. These 2 are the same size. So I assume that all the cymbals, are the same size. I broke that with my foot, the fall here. So I'm aware here. Okay, so there's 3 cymbals, and they all look cool, and so apparently they have some kind of ability to tell, hopefully, how hard you hit them. That would certainly be a deal breaker if they didn't, because a cymbal, you know, you either want a little ting or you want to crash, you know. You don't want it to always sound the same. Okay. Now this, okay, I guess I'm kind of avoiding these last 2 ones here, but this is accessories, and this is the scary one, okay? Because this is going to come with a ton of stuff, parts. Oh, they had me buy drumsticks, and look at that. It came with drumsticks. So, oh well. Oh well. Okay, let's look at this stuff when it comes out. Okay, these are metal elbows, like. Let's see what they are. Metal elbows. And I assume, I can't assume anything because I have no idea how these attach to the whole big picture here. But we will lay these out. Those are metal elbows. They're kind of self-explanatory. These are cords. Okay, and look at how nicely organized they are. Well, that's not going to be for long. These are going to be all over the place, and I hope they gave me wire ties. I have them anyway, so I can neatly tie them to the drum stand. And as you can see, it has this big gigantic connector here, and that screws into the bottom of the brain. Okay, and then these, they're all marked. They say snare and hi-hat and crash. There would be 2 crash cymbals. So they're all marked what they are. This is a tom 2, tom 2. So they all say what they are. Okay. And now this is going to be pretty much like, you know what? This little box of accessories, it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Now it comes with some tools. And these tools are pretty self-explanatory. These are some kind of clamp. They're probably for chords, for chord management, because you can see this little thing. You probably put the cord in and slide it in, and it's a way of managing your cords, your cabling. So very important. You don't want it to look like a mess, okay? So there is that. And then this is a little bag, and it has 3 items in it. It has this, and this is for, like I said, it's the wrench for tightening the mesh. If you like it a little bit tighter, you can tighten the mesh. If I'm not going to tighten the mesh unless I find that there's some reason where I might need to. Now these are 2 little screws. They're like thumb screws, and I am not sure what they're for, but I'm sure I'm going to leave those in the bag, in that little bag. And then this is okay. There's one other thing here. I assume that this is the power supply, maybe. Yes, it is. Okay. And this is cool. It doesn't look like, you know, this is not some big gigantic cube, you know. This is really relatively small. And you just plug it into the wall, and they're ready to go. And it doesn't need, and it looks like you got a lot of length there. So hopefully the brain is going to be on the side. I think it is. It's going to be on the right side, so it'll be very close to my power supply in the back. So that is good. You don't want to get an item and then find out that, oh, you have to buy the power supply is sold separately. And believe me, in this day and age, that's still done. Okay, so you have the drum module, the turbo drum module, that is going to be probably, for the brain, to understand how to get around in the brain. And then this is warranty. This is warranty and safety instructions. Don't play it while you're in the shower, things like that. And don't take it outside during a lightning storm. And if you drop it from a 10-story building, it's not under warranty for that. So those kind of things, your basic stuff. And then you have this handy dandy setup thing. It's 2 pages, 2 sides, and you can see this here. It tells you the directions. I'll kind of scan over that a little bit. This and that, just in case you inherit one of these things and you don't know how to set it up. And this is here. And that, this one is there, is 5. I hope you can see these and how to set this up. And I don't know which direction I'm going here. And that's when it's all set up. No, I don't think it's when it's completely set up, because I didn't see any cords for the pedals. But let's see. Let's start over here, and we'll go up like here. And that's another part. So I hope I'm showing all of this. And then this shows you all of the items that come with in the box, and it looks pretty accurate for what's in there. There's some Elisa's Turbo Mesh Drum Kit. So all right, I was gonna buy a smaller kit, you know, like a tabletop one. And it just had like little pads, like little things, and you set it on the table and you kind of drum like that. And for another $100, I could get a whole, and that was like, it was less than $100 to get this kit. So I had it all bought, and then I decided I refunded it, and I went and said, no, okay, this is the heavy part of the box. This part is heavy. All right, this is the drum stand. This is the framework that all the drums fit on. Okay, and I will pull this chair over so you can see me open this box. And here we go. We'll start at this end and open it like this. And here we go. Now this this is kind of intimidating, okay? Don't know what this is for, but it's part of it. Okay, that is going to be part of it right there. What's nice is I do have enough room in my studio for this. Here's another piece. Don't know what that's for, but you could play the flute with this, and you could probably use it in caveman days, you know. It would ward off an attack. Let's see. And here is another piece. And this one looks identical almost to this piece, but they're not. They're both, one's longer than the other. You can see one of them is quite a bit longer than the other. But each of them have 3 clamps. So it should be easy to tell one apart. They're going to say the longer one. And then here's another one of these. And this one is shorter. Oh, come on. This one is shorter than the short piece. So you can see, so you got a long one, a medium-sized one, and a short one. And then you have more of these little caveman things, okay? Blunt objects. There's one, and another one here. And this one is even longer in case you need more of a range, more of a swing. You could play golf with that, maybe. I don't know. And then in the little box here, there's a bottom, and underneath there are more of these. This is scary because now I'm wondering if this will fit in here. There is another one. And this is like, Thank God I don't have to take it apart, because, you know, you take something apart and you'll never know how to get it back together. All I have to do is put it together. So there's another one. This one has kind of got a box end on it. So I'm sure the manual is going to show you all of this stuff and how it's put together, but I'm not positive. It's like, figure it out. What do you think we are, IKEA? And this is another one. Again, this could be used for plumbing. In case you spring a leak in the bathroom, you could just put it in underneath the sink. And it would be a stopgap until you could get a plumber there. And just in case you need two of them, one for the hot water and the cold water, this one would work for the cold water. Okay, this one would also work as a pipe wrench. So, all right. So these are the parts here. Those are the parts, okay, that go to the frame. That's all of them. So I'm going to try and get this box out of here so we can start to assemble the frame. Now I could put it over there. No, I'd like to get it out of here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I've got the camera kind of blocking the door, but I'm going to try to maneuver and get it out of here without tripping and falling over a whole bunch of boxes. All right, if I can get this out of here, we will be doing well. All right. Okay. So now we have a nice little area to set this up in right here. This is where I'm hoping it's going to fit, in this little area here. And it's pretty good size. There should be, now, one thing you probably should be asking yourself right now is, where's the drum chair? Well, first of all, they're not called drum chairs. They're called drum thrones. And you have to have a chair to sit, you know, and they're little small chairs, okay? They're not huge, okay? And you have to have the drum chair. So, okay. So we're going to start with it. And the drum chair, this set cost $300. Okay? This drum set costs $300. The drum chair costs anywhere from the chair, just for a chair. It's got to be made of like a heavy-duty metal. Some of them are swivel. It's got to be something that's comfortable, because if you're going to play the drums for a few hours, you got to sit in that chair for a few hours. And so they cost anywhere from $50 to $250 and up. So my drum chair cost $80. So I didn't get the cheap one, okay? And I was tempted, because, you know, it's like, this is the cheap drum set too, but it's pretty nice, actually. Okay, so it's saying right here, so just so you know that once you buy the drum kit, you're not done. You got to buy the drum chair, okay? It's called the drum throne. And so you're not done buying. You got to have a drum chair. Okay, this part right here is called B. And this is part B. And this one here, see this? It's called part B. You got two B's. And part C have got to plug into part B. Okay, but in order to plug them in, you got to move this little piece to the end. And I assume they go down, yeah. And I don't know that it matters which end it is, but yeah, it does, I guess, because, all right, so we need our little, we got to open this little bag up and take this, little wrench out. Okay, and we got to fit it on here very gently, loosen these up, and move this over to the end. Now, if you can move it to either end. So, okay, it looks like the way they've done it is they go on this end. So we're gonna, it looks like they didn't move it all the way to the end. So we're gonna tighten that here. I'm gonna tighten it enough so that the darn thing's not gonna come crashing down. But not too much where you strip it. Okay, so there's one. You know, I don't know if I think it's got to be a little bit, I don't like loosening these and tightening them and loosening them, but it's got to be right at the top so that everything kind of floats into it well. Okay, so there's one. Okay. That goes there, and now if I do this, okay, all right, that's right. So now, you got to look at the diagram and figure, okay, your feet are going to be here, your feet are going to be in this section here, okay? And so they've got to go like this way. And so these little, it shows you in the diagram that the screw end on the corner there, that little nib there, is on a certain side. So when you picture your feet in there, then you have to picture that little nib on the right side, on the correct side. So, okay, this is going to go here like that, and it's not going to go all the way to the end. You want to go have it straight up and down. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of giving you my my assumption opinion. It's an assumption opinion. Okay, now it looks like we got part C, and part C, two of these are the same size. Yep, and I don't see any C on these. But that one is supposed to be part B, and this one's supposed to be part C. I don't see a C on here anywhere, but it's quite obvious that this is part C. Okay, so they go into here like that. Part C, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, let me see. See, so that sets into there, into this little piece like that. And then it says that these have got to go inside like this, turn like that. So let's tighten that up. Okay, this is getting scary because I'm just afraid that this is going to be big. And this one right here has got to turn in because I assume there's going to be pipes that go across. Okay, now this one's got to be loosened before it will go in. There we go. And now we can tighten that. I imagine I might have to come in and tighten these again once it's all set up, but it's probably not a good idea to tighten everything really. Okay, so part D. E and F. F has 2 and E has 3. So part D has 3 of these. Okay, so these little things make it easy to move these across. And so we're going to go like this. And then part D goes in the top ones. So this is one right here. They slide in a certain way. And then this one slides in a certain way also. Okay. There. Now, that goes like that. I'm not sure exactly, but okay, so we tighten these now. I'm not sure how much I want to tighten this stuff yet. Okay, because I don't know if I'm going to have to take it apart again. And this one, something's wrong here, okay, because the edge here okay, I guess one of them goes down and one of them goes up in order for this to fit in properly. This is kind of messed up. Yeah, and it's the same on this side too. So just a little bit of a weird oddity, okay? But you have to tighten this one from underneath. Which way does it tighten? This is tightening it. Once again, I don't want to tighten this too much, but then you wonder if you could be able to get in around here to tighten all these more once you have the drums on. So you want to tighten them a good, make them at least a little bit snug. All right, so and then if you want to come in and tighten them later. Okay, so now we have another piece here. Goes in through okay, we're back on this side here. Okay, E and F. Now F has 2 and E has 3. So this has got to be E. Okay, so actually this is, oh, I can plug it in over here. Okay, this is not taking up that much room like I kind of thought it might not. E, which way? Okay, I assume this goes in like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's got a little notch in there for that to go in. Okay. And we'll tighten this up a little bit. I don't know how this is supposed to be tightened, you know, how wide they're supposed to go or what. But there's one. And then let me trip over the thing and fall down. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That would not be good. I like the way these have big thumb screws, so you can just kind of move them around where you want them, where they're comfy. And where is the little groove? There's the groove. Okay, I got to get it into the groove here. Okay, I got to loosen this a little bit. Okay. There. Why is that spinning? It shouldn't be spinning. It should go right into that groove. There. Now it's in the groove. Okay, tighten this up a little bit. Don't crank these up. Don't crank on these until you're sure what you're going to do. And I don't think it's a good idea to move them around once you've tightened them. You know, readjust them, loosen them up, and then move it. Okay, that's my advice. I'm not really that sure, but that's my logical advice, is once you tighten them up like this, these don't look even, it's better for me to go down and loosen the screw, then move it, and then tighten it again, than to move it with it tightened. Okay, now look, I only have three more parts left of these, and where they go, I have no idea. All right, let's see. All right, it looks like that goes into one of those. All right. Okay, this one goes in here. Now these are all different lengths. Two of them are short and one of them is long, okay? These little pieces here, two of them are short and one is long. So you got to find out which one goes where. Okay. H. I don't see any numbers on these things. They were probably on the bags. And I took them out of the bags. Oh, it would say on the part thing. Okay, on the back. H is the long one. G's are the short ones. So H goes over here in which one? In the inside one. H goes here. Okay, so we're going to put H right in here. We got to loosen this up. And I don't know which way that goes. Does it go on the inside or the outside? I think this goes like that. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to look online, make sure I did this right. Okay, there's that. And that, the screw. Okay. G and H. This doesn't make sense, okay? Okay, that's what those are. Those go in those things and the drums go through them. Okay, I don't see a bag of, oh. Okay, this is, all right, I see now. These have a little end piece on them right here. These have a little end piece. You loosen that enough, and you can move these up, I guess, like that, and then your cymbal goes on that. All right. Now we have two more to go in. See, I don't know if I'm doing this right. So let me look at this now and see if I can. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm assuming I've got this wrong. That this and this goes like this. So it points out on the outside. And it's just kind of logical that it would be out of the way from the drum a little bit. This is not that easy to figure out here. But okay. H, yeah, and then this kind of bends in a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go with that. All right, now H, they did bring this down a little bit. It goes in through a little bit like that. Okay. Now, one of them goes in the this first one here. This one goes in here like such. And down through there. A little bit like that. This goes like that. These are so strange because some of them are like upside down and some of them are upside right. And why are they that way? Trying to figure this out and it doesn't, cause see this little diagram is where it's kind of, it doesn't show you which way to twist things. GH. Okay, there's one foam thing, okay. So that should be fairly easy to put those on. Now I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal until I get the drum set kind of together and then maybe look it up online and see a YouTube video and see if there's some kind of setup and see if somebody else explains it a little bit better who actually knows how to play drums. All right, so now we have one more here, one there and one, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm assuming this one goes on the inside here, but on the outside. Okay, so over here, we've got this one here. This is probably kind of hard to see. I'm going to put this one on the inside. Oh, maybe. Okay, these are kind of This is all messed up. It just doesn't... It would be nice if there were numbers, like little things on here that told you which one goes where. Okay. It's just like impossible to tell from this diagram. How this works. Okay, I'm going to put the hi-hat on the inside. I might have to move them later. I'm just going to get it together the way I think it's logically supposed to kind of go. And then I can switch them later. It's not a big deal. It's just a matter of a few thumb screws. And okay, now these things, they're all the same size, so it doesn't matter which ones you use where. That one goes here. Loosen this up. This goes into there. Okay. I think I'm going to put that in just enough to kind of... I don't know the angle on any of this stuff. It's all going to have to be angled. And I think it's going to be kind of harder to do that once you have this. Okay, now these, I would think that these would go on the inside, but probably not. They probably go like this on the outside. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, it does show you. They go on the outside, like that. Loosen this a little bit more. I'm not going to push it all the way down because I don't want... All right, there's another one in. And then this one goes here. This one goes here, like that. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because I can't really tell what I'm doing. Did that just go down somehow? Okay. Just going to push them in until they... I'm not going to put them all the way down because I want to be able to get at this little screw clamp. And I don't think this is as ergonomically... Now this is strange, okay, because you know something tells me I'm going to end up having to take this whole thing apart and flip some of these around and all, because that doesn't make sense that this screw clamp would be right directly under the drum. It would make sense that it would be down here under, so you could kind of tighten it and not have to tighten it right up under the drum. Okay, so that just certain things aren't making a lot of sense. Now let's see. And they're not telling you anything here. They're not telling you anything about how this works. Here, just kind of gotta guess. Kind of gotta guess. And that's what I'm gonna have to do, because this side is really weird. This side is the right way, that you would think the screw is on the bottom, which makes me think I've got something wrong here in this piece. Let me see now. If I take this piece out, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, because this is definitely the top. Okay. I'm just going to leave it the way they kind of set it here for now. All right. I don't know if these drums, I don't think there's any difference to the drums. So we're just going to slide them on here and tighten this up. There's 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, and there's no room for that one, so this has definitely got to come over some here. Oh, not that one. This one. Okay, like that. Tighten that like that. And then this one can go over here a little bit more. I guess you kind of figure it out as you go along. Will this fit on here now? Tighten that on. Boom, doo 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 doo. All right, now we're going to go here like this. And we got one more drum to put on. This one's going to come over a little more, not that one. This here, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I don't think you can. Yeah, I'm putting this little drum on here now. Tighten that in. This one got to come over some more. Okay, now I'm going to catch on this drum every time I come back here to get in and play the drums. I'm going to fetch on this one, knock the whole thing over. Okay. All right. Doot, 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 doot. Now you can angle them. It looks like this is going to kind of work. This can come over a little bit. They can angle down a little bit. Now somebody told me the drum set is kind of low. All right, I'm not going to adjust them yet. I'm not going to put the foot pedals down yet. Okay, now this is the brain. This has got to come over here like such. Okay, now we're back out of the camera again. Let's put the brain in. I have a microphone on me right now. So I have a microphone that's actually attached to me, so you can hear me even though I may go out of the camera picture here. Okay, that's backwards. So definitely backwards. So this would go like this. Really? How about if we... Okay, that is definitely not tight. Oh, that's down there. Okay, I'm going to try switching this around like this. Okay, and then like this. No, like this, I guess. That's the closest you can get it here. Then you gotta reach in under here to tighten that up. Okay. And this can go, loosen that a little bit. Turn that a little bit so it's kind of pointed down. Okay, there's the brain. Everybody's got to have one. Okay. And this, you loosen that before you turn them. I was just telling you, don't tighten them up and then start adjusting them. All right. Now, this is small. It's not huge like I kind of thought it was going to be. So it's exactly sort of what I thought it was going to be. All right. Okay. Now, the symbols. Let's put these on. I don't think it makes much difference which one is which. So the symbols go on like such. I don't know how I learned to do this stuff because it's like years and years of stuff. People call me up and want me to help them set up their new printer, and it's like, I've never had a printer like that. What makes you think I know how to do that printer? Yes, I've set up many printers before, but not that particular one, and it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all this other crazy stuff that I've never set up before. There's one symbol. Okay, another symbol. A symbol of symbols. Symbols are symbols. Okay, and so we have another symbol here. All of this is going to have to be adjusted, and I don't know if I've done this right. So I can kind of get out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm unscrewing the top here, and then I'm just going to slide that down on and tighten it up. The little piece of felt goes on top, and that makes it go a little faster. I'm not cranking them down tight, really, really, really tight, just enough so that they hold in place, so they don't spin around maybe. Yeah, there we go. And one more over here. Got one more symbol. Symbol. The the word symbol, I believe, is like a very ancient word. It has to do with the word Baal, B-A-A-L, like the god Baal, and it has to do with the word bell, like where we get the word bell from. That is from the word Baal, and they used to use bells to wake up the gods, and so that's why we call them symbols, because they wake up the gods. Now look at this. This has got to go on there properly. Okay. This little piece was kind of lifted up off there. Going to make sure the edges are on there good. It looks like I'm going to be able to hit these. This is the hi-hat. Now I might have these reversed, so we'll see. I can get in here easily. Okay, I'm going to have a couple of foot pedals. So now it's time to hook up the wires. Now I assume this is the hi-hat and these are the two cymbals. So And then this would be the snare, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. Okay, so let's see what we got for wires. And then we got foot pedals. So here we go. Our wires. This is going to be a mess. This is what it looks so nice right now, but when you get all these wires in there, it's not going to be so pretty. And so I'm going to use wire ties and try to tie it up as best as possible. So that is what I'm going to try to do. At least they have shorter wires for the shorter drums. This is the hi-hat. Well, let's plug this in. Now this should have been plugged in before I put it on. Okay. And I think this kind of tells you then which way this has to go. Because this whole thing with this connection underneath there, that's not good. So we're gonna have to fix that. So all right, this is the way it goes right there. So that little, so you can get at that thing in the front, you can get at this little thing in the back which holds that in. Yeah, it's got to go back a little bit. And then this little wire here, harness, can plug into here unobstructed. And how do you tighten it in? Oh, there's got to be some screw. Oh, that's what our little screws are here. These are for that. Little thumb screws. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? No. I'm over here now. I'm fixing the brain a little bit here, and these little, I put the wire harness and plugged it into the back of the brain. This is where the MIDI plugs in, so I'm going to have a MIDI cord run all the way to my computer. But these two little thumb screws hold the harness in place. Okay, and once we have the harness in place, I'm going to tighten them in good. All right, now just thumb tight, but I'm pretty strong fingers. So okay, this looks like the hi-hat. All right, alrighty. This goes into where? Into here. Hi-hat. Okay. Hi-hat. This must be the snare, because it's the second shortest, I think. Snare drum, yep. Snare. Right there, it goes in. The snare is plugged in. Those aren't too bad. Now, what's this now? This one is tom 1, crash, left. This one crash right, tom. Hi-hat control. Okay, I think that's the foot pedal. I think that's going to go into the foot pedal. One of these is the bass drum. Tom 2, which is right there. Tom 2, Tom 1 and Tom 2. All right, there's Tom. And then crash left. I don't think that's going to fit into the crash. Left. And the right. Okay, this is the left. Okay, so the crash left. It works logically like you would think it would. All right. And this one must be the other foot pedal. Tom 1. Tom 1 is right here. Tom 1. Okay. they go in there pretty nicely. It feels like they're gonna stay kind of connected. So which one is the other foot pedal? Kick. This is the kick drum. So that one goes down under there too, like that. And then these two are the last. One is Tom 3, which is right here. This isn't too bad of a wire mess. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. And then this goes into our other crash. There. Now we got a couple of pedals to do. Oops. It said these are going to stick right to the rug pretty well. Okay, I wonder if one of these would go over here. Yep, they stick to the rug all right. I'm not lifting that up. All right, and this one's already stuck to the rug. And that's our other foot pedal. All right, so all this needs right now maybe to be tightened up a little bit, but I don't want to go cranking on everything until I'm sure I got everything right. But I'm going to crank on some of these a little bit, these major ones, just to make sure that these legs don't keep turning on me. Ow. Ow. Okay. Now, some of these are going to have to be angled. Angled out, angled down. This one's going to have to be moved out more. Okay, move that down a little bit and out. Okay. This has got to be tightened. I don't dare tighten these too much. I just don't know if I've got any of this right. So, oh, it's this right here that's got to be tightened. Okay. There's that. Might as well give this a little bit of a crank now. I don't know if any of this is right. Okay, so now we can bunch these up. I think one of them could go right here. These little wire things. One. Two. Three. Four. More. And 5 here. How did that happen? This one's got to go in first. 4, 5. Okay. Like that. And then the other one could probably go here. One, two, three, 4. I think that kind of does a good job with those wires. All right, tucks them out a little bit out of the way. Okay. Now for some power. Let there be power. Okay, so now we're gonna see about some power. I am going to warn you, I don't know how to play drums. I used to be able to play them when I was a young kid, but and I don't have a drum throne, so that's a good enough reason to not scare the hell out of you with my drum playing. So we'll use these drumsticks. So let's see what we have for when we turn it on. On. Volume. Where are the speakers? I don't even know where the speakers are. Oh, I think you have to use headphones or run them out to speakers. Yeah, you do. Now I think this symbol might go. They may get reversed. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Now do. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I can do this. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. This is gonna work. All right, there's no sense in me pounding on these. They are not making any sound. I'm not gonna pound on them because I don't want to wear out the heads, because they're new, and I'd rather use it when I'm recording something into the computer. Now, I could look for a MIDI cord, and if I had a MIDI cord, I could run these through my system, and that would be pretty cool. So, and you know, I know enough about this stuff that I could set this up pretty quick, but I need a MIDI cord, which is right here, and then I need an extension, pretty long extension cord. Let me see. This is going to be an ordeal. Batteries, miscellaneous camera accessories. Let me just look in here and make sure I didn't put them in here. Nope. Okay, this is audio cables. As if I don't have enough audio cables. And I thought, oh, here they are. Okay. These are USB extension cables. Okay. And let's hope they are the right kind of thing. All right. So we've got that here. This here plugs into there like that. And then this comes all the way over here and plugs into my computer. Okay. Now, okay. These are the drumsticks. Let's get them out of the way. Let's open up my computer now. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, I'm gonna need a chair. Let's put the phone over here. Tidy things up a little bit. Okay. Tidy up. Okay, I'm gonna go check. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check and see. I'm gonna trip over the USB and knock over the drum set. I'm gonna check and see if the mail has been here and delivered my my drum throne. Okay. I don't know if my mic cut out or not, but how far my mic reaches, but I think it does reach all the way down the stairs. So, no drum throne. So I do need to get some kind of chair. And I think I've got one in here. This little chair will work for now. Okay. The thing about the drum throne is it's tiny. It doesn't take up much space. And so let's see. Now let's open up Cakewalk here. Cakewalk by Band Lab. Where do I think stick the drumsticks when I'm not, they got to stay somewhere near. New project. Okay. I assume that this is now MIDI. Insert MIDI. Now, how do I do this? Let's see, input, oxygen 49. I think I got to look at this properties, preferences, devices, Elise's Turbo. Okay, here we go. There's that. It's showing up. Input, Elise's Turbo. Okay, so what we're going to do is insert. Let's go to soft synth. And let's insert a, I'm sorry you can't really see too well this, let's see now, all right, inserts native instruments, contact, okay. Now what I'm going to do is over here. Let's take this and bring this down. So, all right, now we're looking at Cakewalk. Isn't that nifty, huh? Didn't think I was going to come up with that little trick. Okay, so now I'm showing you the computer here. And we're going to, we have Contact opened by Native Instruments. And what I'm going to do is pull up some kind of drum kit. And I have a lot of them. And they're very expensive. And there's something I've been able to use, but like I've been playing them like this, do 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 with my fingers. Okay? That's how I've been putting drum tracks in. And it is not easy, okay, to go do 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 on one, like to for a snare on one key. It just doesn't work. You've got to have something to put them in right here. Drum selection, damage. Modern drummer. Let's try this now. Modern drummer. Let's go the full sparkle kit. There we go. Now we've got to go here. We've got to select that. We've got to go all internal. Elise's Turbo, Omni, and channel. Go up here. Custom. All good thing I know what I'm doing here. Channel 1. Now let's see if we can hear some drums. Oh, we got to maybe turn this up. I got to turn down. Oh, we got to go here to our thing, and this is going to go to out to 5.6. We're going to turn down our microphone here. 5.6. All right, we should have sound here now. Hey. All right, we should. Okay, now I have to go and allow the sound to come through to you guys, which would be 5.6 there. So over here we go. I think I already have 5.6 open. Computer, properties, that is 5.6. So I should see some kind, we should hear something here.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to go and
Okay, I don't hear anything. Now how do I do this? Slow. Click. Coach, tempo, pattern, variation. Oh, this is all kind of messed up. I would like that in more. And these are probably going to have to move away. Move away! Okay, that's too high. Can I push these down? I don't think you can. Okay. There's MIDI coming through. Look at the MIDI pot going up on when I hit this. Boom, boom. Oh, look how responsive that is. But I don't hear anything. Okay. I can hear myself talking through the speakers. And I don't want that. How is that coming back through? There's MIDI coming through. Look at the MIDI pot going up on when I hit that. All right. Boom. Oh, look how responsive that is. Okay, now. I don't hear anything. Okay. Did you hear drums? I can hear myself talking through the speakers. And I don't want that. How is that coming back through? Okay, I'm not sure how to. Okay, I think I go here to properties. Oh, I think it might be here. Now I don't hear myself. I don't think, okay. So that got rid of my voice coming back through. Now, computer audio, I don't, okay, this 5.6, what I've got to do is put another synth in here. Insert, no, let's see. Okay, I don't hear. Let's open contact again. Oh, okay, there, it's just not very loud. There's a drum. Maybe it was playing. Okay, maybe they're not general MIDI. Channel 1, contact. We're getting MIDI through. So this is going out to the master. So it's just not, they're not, okay, let's see if we can tell by looking at the piano roll if one of these, which ones are being triggered. No, that's not telling me. They're coming through. There's a MIDI signal coming through. Let's try a different drum set. We'll turn this one off. We'll take the turbo off for now. None. Insert. Let's insert soft synth. Let's go to some kind of really standard MIDI thing. Drum zone. I don't know if I had it undo that one. Let's insert. Okay, let's try insert soft synth addictive drums. Please don't give me some kind of complaint. No, it's going to work. Okay, let's pick Fairfax drums. This, and input, channel 1, internal, we're going to go with our Alesis. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing it, but I'm not hearing the drums. Okay. No. Out to master. Okay, let's open this. Fairfax. Kit. Let's try my, instead of that, we'll try the keyboard. All right, well, that's triggering them. You can hear them. Okay, well, that's working. So now when I go to the turbo kit, Omni, input, channel 1. No, that should just make a sound. Let's try 2. What if we just go, well, we got to try some of these channels. Now I'm not sure that that's actually MIDI coming through and more like my microphone instead. Oh, there's the snare. There's the bass. feels weird. It's just because of I'm so close to this. I'm going to have to get it out here further. Okay. Okay. Okay, the MIDI is not lining up, so that is. And this is okay, those aren't. Okay, so I have to learn how to set up general MIDI on here. Coach, tempo, fast. None of this is making any sense right now. Slow, good, fast. None of these are the things that I'm kind of looking for. Click. So see, they're routing to the wrong drum. So, all right, this is it. So this is the drum kit. It gives me enough room to still kind of eat my dinner here and live. And so, yeah, that's the drum kit right there. So this is it. It's kind of right in behind my chair, but it's not too bad. It gives me plenty of room to kind of maneuver around. Let's see. I'll give you one last show of the drum. So now it's just a matter of learning how to set it up, you know, to run it in there. So it's a pretty good set. I'm happy with it. I'm very, very happy with this now. So now that see, the thing is that when I go to record this, I can just record the snare drum and go, or if I need to, or just the bass drum. Those aren't hooked to any sound yet. Now I'm going to have to put something under that because that little thump thump on the floor is going to drive my neighbors like crazy. It's like quite it's a thud. So yeah, the foot pedal is a definite out. So, but the thing is I can hook this to the foot pedal and just play the foot pedal like with a drumstick. And that sounds like a snare. That's a snare too, so these are both routed to a snare. I wonder if I can get a general MIDI by using a dimension. This may not be general MIDI. I'm not thinking that I'm not getting a general MIDI here. Let's, instead of addicted drums, let's delete this. We got sounds, okay, so we got some good delete track folder. Let's try insert dimension, soft synth. Let's go with Cakewalk, Dimension Pro. And let's grab a drum channel out of this. Drums. Room kits. Let's try that. This. Let's select our drum. Internal, Alesis. And let's go here with channel 1 and see what this sounds like. That's a whole different drum set. That one's not linked to it. That one's not set to another cymbal. This one isn't set to a tom. I got that plugged in all the way? Yeah, I'm sure I do. It's just not routed to a sound. Yeah, this definitely has touch sensitivity too. Because if I hit it just a little bit, or hit it hard, they're not incredibly, I can't really hear, so I'd have to run like headphones from my computer over here. So this one's not linked to anything right now. And I just have to get used to drumming. I guess if I don't hit that foot pedal so hard. It's just a matter of getting used to it, of learning to rock. That is the hi-hat. And I don't think that sounds like a hi-hat, but there's supposed to be 3 toms sounds, but this one's not sounding. It's working. I can see it coming through on the MIDI on the computer, but it's just not, it's not sounding. Now, it looks like you can lift these up, this whole thing up a little bit if I needed to. I think this is fine. This is just the right height for me, and I think with the drum throne, it's going to be just fine. Yeah, this is all good. This is, I don't know if I have it hooked up right, but I can get these. The snare I wish was a little closer, but I can fiddle with that too. I can bend it in, this in a little more. Like that maybe. Come in a little closer. There's like no latency at all on that, on my computer. All right, so, okay, that's gonna do it for now. All right, I have to put, lay down a drum track. I've got to put some drums in one of my songs, and that a song that I just made, and no drums for it. So I'm going to, I got some work to do. I got my work cut out for me. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So thank you for watching this tutorial. This unboxing of the, I forget what it's called, Turbo Mesh Drum Kit. So I hope it's been helpful. I don't know that there's an unboxing of this turbo kit or a setup, or at least there's not one as frustrated as mine, and an unboxing of drumsticks. So yeah, so these are pretty cool. It's been years since I've had, like, since I was 12, since I had drumsticks. So and these are pretty cool. And just so you know, at least the Turbo Mesh Kit, it does come with drumsticks. Let's see what these ones sound like when I bang them together. See if they have a nice sound. I think I'm probably going to be more inclined to use these Turbo Mesh drumsticks, but you know, the other ones don't seem, no, these don't have, no, these are not quite as nice. These ones, that's a drumstick, okay? So yeah, so the ones that come with the Turbo Mesh, they're not that good. These ones were like $3 or $4. These are on stage. I think these are the cheapest drumsticks you can buy. Maybe they're not the cheapest, but they're not the cheapest, but they're probably the least expensive for real drumsticks. Drumsticks that actually kind of sound like drumsticks. Because if you just tell the sound, that one, they have that drumstick sound, and these ones, no, they're more like a wood block kind of. They just don't have that. If I heard that, I'd sound like there's a woodpecker or something. They don't have that sound. So I'm glad that they suggested that they said it didn't come with drumsticks, but that's a drumstick. Yeah, that's an instrument. This is an instrument. So yeah. So so I got everything I need. So yeah, these are this very nice, all very nice. My impression of the kit, it worked out of the box. I plugged it right into Cakewalk, into my DAW. It worked out of the box. It's set up easy. It's set up pretty easy, and even though the directions were not really precise. Okay, I kind of wish the directions were a little bit more precise on which way these really need to go, and whether if the cymbal goes on this side or that side. None of that was really stipulated very well, and whether if this goes on the outside of here in the back or whether if it goes in, you know, I kind of had to use logic with it and say I'd kind of rather have them outside on the outside rather than on the inside, and these are on the upside, but then they're on the opposite side over here. You can see it's underneath in order to have it on the outside. So it's kind of weird. The directions are not precise. Okay. So maybe there's a YouTube video laying out the kind of precision that you really need for this. So this is what, like, for setting it up for idiots, okay? Somebody who's never done it before, and just what you can kind of expect if you've never done it before. All right. What worries me, okay, is the mesh. I'm worried that it's not going to hold up. But I don't have really any, kind of reason to think it won't, other than the fact that it's going to get beat on by drumsticks, and it feels like a piece of cloth, like kind of mesh. So a polyester kind of mesh. And so that worries me that it's going to possibly be, and then what do I do to replace it? Do I have to buy a whole new drum piece? And these things, I don't know how much they cost, okay? So, but I'm sure that they're pretty generic, because you just basically run them through this little post here. Put the post, they got a little circle, you put the post, you tighten the clamp on, and you plug it in. And so replacing them wouldn't be it's not a matter of the work, the effort that goes into putting another one on. It's more the effort of how much do they cost, and can you buy a generic one? Is it good, just as good, or is there a way to just loosen this up and put another piece of fabric inside and clamp it back down, and you're ready to go? I don't know the answer to those questions, and that part right there, kind of, because, you know, maybe I might really want to start really learning to drum. Another thing that bothers me is that sound. It's like really it's thumpy on the floor, and I wish that was completely silent, but it could be just that I have to learn how to trigger it, without stomping on the floor, you know? That's very quite possible, because it feels like I could possibly trigger that without making any noise if I just didn't whomp down on it, you know? So there again, it's a matter of finesse, and I'm also stressed in my these things. They're not incredibly, you know, they're loose on my feet. They're not going to give me the most kind of tactile experience with that. So the wires, the wires tuck up really nice with this. I thought it was going to be just a mess with the wires, and the wires, I love the way they're all tucked up, and they're just not, they're not all hanging down. And I had this really nightmare scenario. This isn't right now. Okay, that's got to be there like that. Okay, so yeah, I would give this I would give this right now, considering the foot pedal, I think has to do with me learning to have finesse. I don't have any real evidence that these that the mesh is going to wear out quickly. I have heard a couple of, I have read a couple of online reviews. One that said that the mesh only lasted a week and it was all ruined. But yeah, I tend to think that people let their kids bang on them as hard as they possibly can while their backs are turned, and they come in and the mesh is ruined, and they wonder why, you know, because kids are banging on them as hard as they possibly can and trying to get a drum sound out of them, and they don't make a sound. You have to have headphones on and stuff like that. So other than that, I don't have any complaints. I haven't listened to the actual drum kits in them, but I tend to think I'm going to not use them at all. I'm going to be using my own drum kits that I have in my DAW. It's just that simple. I won't be using them. It sets up good. It's nice and tight. It feels like it doesn't feel like it's going to tip over kind of thing. It feels like it's rugged. It's well made. Everything about it is good. I think I like everything about this, and I think the noise of the foot pedal is the only thing that kind of scares me, and I think that's going to be a matter of learning finesse. All of this has to do with learning to play the drums, and so I think I'll be able to learn exactly how to push that so that it connects, but it doesn't make a big thump. And so it's a matter of pushing it just the right way. So yeah, I'm going to give these an A+ right now. They're exactly what I needed. I need drum pads, and I need that tactile feel so that I can get the drum rolls. It does kind of bother me that on here I expected to see a function, some sort of function button. It seems to be all based, the brain here seems to be all based around playing like with the sounds that are in here and that are built in, and it doesn't seem, I don't see anything that is related to and yeah, see, the volume doesn't even work for the MIDI, which I imagine it is sending out volume control, MIDI volume control signals. So yeah, I'm going to give this an A+, and or a 5 out of 5 stars. I really, really like this. And what's nice is it's light. I can just pick this up and slide it in, and it's out of the way. And the Velcro on the bottom is really nice because that works perfect for my kind of rug. on the bottom of the foot pedals. So yeah, this is exactly what I needed. A real drum set, to me, I feel it feels like a real drum set when I'm playing it, and it feels like something that I could literally learn on and learn to get really proficient with it again, like I used to be. I used to be able to play drums okay. I've never been a drummer, but I used to be able to. I used to have a drum set in my cellar, and I used to be able to play drums okay. And so I'm going to try to revive that ability. And what's really nice is that now I'm no longer using my two fingers, on the same key, like a snare drum, trying to play with them like that, to put in a drum, to enter in drum patterns. I can enter them in with sticks and in a very intuitive kind of way. So and these are made for that. They're made for that really quick. I don't think a key on a keyboard is really made to be pressed. You press it with one finger, and you don't usually press it like that. Like you don't press a key on a keyboard like that. So, and I have I have these drum patterns here. They don't work. They're like, to try to do this, it just doesn't work, okay? And I don't think these even have touch sensitivity, like how hard you hit them. See, they're just not, it's not really that responsive. And you have to kind of play them like this, and I've tried it, it just doesn't work. So having real drums now, where I can just step in there, listen to my song, and just go boom, 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 and there's my drum roll. Okay, I can just do just the right kind of drum roll, the boom, doom, 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 or get the snare, or play each drum separately and record it separately. Record the snare, boom, hit the snare, boom, hit the snare, boom, and just wherever the snare is, hit the snare, and then record the bass drum and hit the bass drum. Or I can just use the snare to do everything, to be the cymbal to everything, and just reroute things, route them to different places, and route those note on, note off things to different places. It's good. It's a tactile thing, and it's only you can answer the question of whether, if you're going to want to have a desktop drum thing where you can just sit on your desktop and have a few, drum pad things on your desktop where you can just kind of drum like that. I think I'm going to get one of those too also, so that I can just sit right here and drum, and just set it up and move this up here or whatever like that, and set it here and just drum here like that, and have the little drum pads. Okay, but those are a couple $100. That's for another time, and that's something that I can slide under the bed. But this is if you really want to be a drummer, if you want to kind of be a drummer and learn to play the drums, this gives you the whole set. To some degree. Yeah, you can expand it. I've seen people expand them out and everything. But you have to buy the more expensive one to expand it out. None of these have two. They're all single drum pads, and cymbals. So you can't expand this out at all, and that's fine. Because really, all I need is the three toms. I need those really bad. The cymbal crashes are nice. And I'm gonna learn how to route this stuff, how to route these pads to the sounds that I want them to trigger, and then I can sit and record them right from sitting behind there. Just hit play on here, have enough time to run over there and record some drum takes. So, okay. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with some more. Check this out. This is the Check This Out TV channel, and I hope you've enjoyed this. This is my other camera. This is not the camera that I normally go online with, so you kind of get to see me in a different with a different technology. I think it shows me a little clearer than my other camera does in some ways, more natural, and it's really nice that it's working to go live with. The wonders of OBS Studio, and I've got my thing here, my little lapel mic, and it's running through a Wi-Fi pack that I've got on my back. So it's running through, it's actually not Wi-Fi, it's some kind of radio signal. So I can actually go down and check my mail and see if the drum throne is here. That's going to look so nice without that chair behind, with the drum throne, with the little, you know, kind of drum throne there. Let's see. This is the drum throne I got here. Let's see if I can bring this back down here like this. Which one is that? That's F. Which one is this? F. Okay, let's bring this down here. And I will show you the drum throne. And here, Metal Gear Solid. Orders. And let's see. Drum throne here. This is the drum throne here. $74.95. Yeah. And the reason why I bought this one is because if you'll notice here on the legs, sometimes you sit on them and the legs spread open and they bend. Well, if you notice, this one is like double reinforced legs. And also you can just spin it and set it to the height that you want it to be. And I believe you can unfasten this so it swivels a little bit. It'll spin around if you can either fasten it tight and it does have a fairly good cushion here. I don't know how good it is. There were only a few of them sold. There's 8 ratings. Only 8 people have rated it. So it's that new. But I like this one. Now, if you notice some of these other ones, like this one right here, notice how this one comes together at the top. It comes together here at the top, and then it bows out. Well, most of the other ones, they do this kind of thing where, see, they bow all the way out like that, all the way down, and you'll be sitting on them, and the whole thing will bend and just bend right in. One of them will bend in, and then you've got a mess. Once that bends in like that, it'll bend on one side or the other. You're all out. It's over. The whole thing is contorted too much that you'll never be able to bend it back. It's like a bicycle wheel. Once you run into the curb and bend it, it's all over. So that's the same thing with this. So I figured this one looks like a better design because the legs look better because they have this. Where they're it's not one big wide thing. It looks like it's got the way they're pressed together, and also this is made of die cast, and that, at least that sounds. I don't think the other one said die cast, so that memory foam cushion, it's not just foam, it's memory foam. So through long playing, I think this right now is probably one of, yeah, you know, you could go for the the $50 one. They've got a $50 one here somewhere, but it's not going to be very comfortable. It's not going to, this is a $42 one. And this one you're sitting in and then you're not kind of like paying attention. You fall right flat over backwards in. Yeah, you go down, drumsticks and all. So this is, yeah, so, and look, you can see some of these. This is $309 for that one. So they go up in price, but I think this is the happy medium, this $74 one, this Edge one. And it says it's a bestseller, and it's only got 8 ratings, so I don't think it's been selling that well, unless I just, maybe it's so new, and it's sold, I think it's so new that it's, and it's sold out in a lot of other places. Amazon seems to be the only one that has them right now. And this is coming today. There's only 5 left in stock. So you better get one while they still have them. And some drumsticks and also arrives after Christmas. So mine's coming today. So yeah, I was really shocked and really put out by the price of these drum thrones. They're it's 1/3 of the whole set of the drum set. It's almost 1/3 of what I paid for the drum set, just for a chair. So but I had to have it, okay? I just had to have the drum chair. So there it is, the drum throne. And what bothers me about this is everything looks solid, but this little wooden part up here is plywood. But I figured if the screws ever come through, since it's plywood, you can just kind of turn it and then screw them back in a place where they weren't in there before. You can just keep turning the top and rescrewing it. But when you screw it in the next time, you want to put some glue on the screws and really glue it in good so that it stays. So just be careful the way you sit on it, I guess. And try not to really sit at an angle or at a crooked angle or something with it. And you never would keep it up this high. I think most of the time it's going to be only a few threads. I think that's for really tall drummers who have really tall drums. I've seen some really tall drums before for drum sets. Yeah, so, all right. Well, it also means that I can have a drummer now come to my apartment, and I can play the guitar, and they can play the drums. I could have a bass player. I could have another guitar player, and we can sit here now and play live and broadcast live over the internet. I have a drum set, okay? So yes, my drum set. Look at that. It's beautiful. So it means that I can have a band come in and just sit in this little teeny room. The drums don't make any noise except for the foot pedal. They don't make any noise, so it can all be done in headphones. The only thing that would be making noise would be my guitar and my voice. So other than that, the neighbors wouldn't hear anything. They won't hear the drums. They won't hear the bass guitar because the bass guitar is all electronic. They won't hear the electric guitar player because that's all electronic. The only thing they'll hear is an acoustic if I'm playing an acoustic, and my voice screaming out as loud as I can. So all right, very good. Thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon with more. Check this out. Check this out. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will be doing more live stuff soon. Alrighty. I'm going to say bye. Please like and subscribe. Leave a like on the video and subscribe. Click the bell if you want notifications and all. And so, again, thanks for watching. Take care. And this is Rex Ray saying so long for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.